Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Spark and Speak, your favorite place to learn real English. This is the place where we talk like real people, share real stories, and help you feel comfortable and confident in English. And today is a good one, because we are talking about something that decides whether you stay stuck at the same English level for years or whether you finally start feeling fluent. And it has nothing to do with how many grammar rules you know. It is about what you do every single day. Just 5 small things, 5 simple habits. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what to do starting today. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and stay with me. This one is going to change how you think about learning English. Let me tell you about someone. Let us call her Anna. Anna lives in Krakow. She has studied English for 8 years. 8 years. She knows grammar rules that even native speakers do not know. But every single morning, when her English colleague says, "Good morning," and asks how her weekend was, Anna freezes for 1 second before she can answer. Just 1 second. But that 1 second makes her feel like she has learned nothing. Maybe you know this feeling. Maybe this is you. Here is the truth nobody tells you. Anna does not have a knowledge problem. She has a habit problem. There is a well-known study from University College London. Researchers followed people trying to build a new daily habit, and they found something surprising. It does not take 21 days to build a habit, like the old myth says. On average, it takes 66 days, and for some people, it takes even longer. Now, why am I telling you this in an English lesson? Because fluency is not a knowledge you collect. Fluency is a habit you build. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop asking, "What rule am I missing?" And you start asking, "What am I doing every single day?" So today, I am giving you 5 daily habits. Real ones, small ones, the kind you can fit into a normal, busy European life between coffee, work, and your commute home. Point 1. Think out loud in English. Here is habit number 1. Stop translating in your head. Start thinking directly in English, out loud, about small, boring things. This sounds strange at first, but think about your morning. You wake up, you make coffee, you get dressed. These moments happen in silence, in your own language, every single day. Instead, try this. While you are making your coffee tomorrow morning, say quietly, "I am making coffee. I am putting the milk in. I am so tired today." Just describe your life, out loud or in your head, in simple English. There is a learner I read about, living in Lisbon, who did this on her tram ride to work. Every single day, 10 minutes, just narrating her own life in English. "Look, that woman is walking her dog. I am almost at my stop." Nothing fancy, nothing complicated. And here is why this works. When you translate from your own language, your brain is doing double work. It is thinking in Polish or Portuguese or German and then searching for the English version. That search takes time. That is Anna's 1 second freeze. But when you practice thinking directly in English about small everyday things, you train your brain to skip the translation step completely. You are building a direct road from thought to English instead of a road that goes through your first language first. Point 2. The shadowing technique. Let me tell you something even more interesting. Habit number 2 is called shadowing, and researchers at National Taiwan University actually studied this technique. Here is what shadowing is. You listen to someone speaking English, a podcast, a video, an audiobook, and instead of just listening, you repeat what they say almost at the same time, like a shadow following the body. You are not translating. You are not thinking about grammar. You are just copying the sound, the rhythm, the music of English. The study found that shadowing significantly improved people's intonation, their pronunciation, and their overall fluency. Why? Because English is what we call a stress-timed language. Some words get more emphasis, some words get almost swallowed. Native speakers do not think about this, they just feel it. And shadowing is how your brain learns to feel it too. Picture this: you are on the bus, on your way to work in Vienna, or Rotterdam, or wherever you are watching this from. You put in your earphones. You play a short clip from your favorite English podcast, 10 or 15 seconds. You repeat it, matching the speed, the rise and fall of the voice, even the pauses. It will feel a little silly the first time. You might feel like an actor practicing lines. That is completely normal. Even polyglots, people who speak many languages fluently, call this their secret weapon. 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. On your commute, while cooking, while walking the dog. You do not need a classroom for this. You just need your ears, your mouth, and a little bit of courage to sound silly for 15 minutes. Point 3. Micro-writing, 5 sentences a day. Here is habit number 3, and this one is going to feel so small that you'll want to skip it. Please do not skip it. Every evening, write 5 to 10 sentences in English about your day. That is it, not an essay, not a perfect paragraph, just 5 honest sentences, something like this. Today was a long day at work. My boss asked me to finish a report. I was tired, but I finished it. In the evening, I watched a show in English. Tomorrow, I want to wake up earlier. See how simple that is. You are not trying to sound like Shakespeare. You are trying to build a habit. Here is why this matters so much. When you speak, you do not have time to think carefully. But when you write, you do. Writing slows everything down, so you actually notice the gaps. You notice, oh, I do not know how to say this word. Or, wait, is it went? Or have gone here. Writing shows you exactly what to learn next. Think about a small notebook by your bed, or just the Notes app on your phone. Right before you sleep in Berlin, in Warsaw, in Madrid, wherever you are, 5 sentences about your day. That is the whole habit. Over weeks, something interesting happens. Your writing stops feeling like translation and starts feeling like English. You stop building the sentence in your own language first. You start building it directly because your brain has practiced this pattern night after night. Point 4. Feed yourself one small piece of real English daily habit. Number 4 is reading, but not the way school taught you to read. Every day, read just one small piece of real English. One short news article, one page of a simple book, a few posts on Reddit or Quora in English. It should take you 10 to 15 minutes, no more. And here is the important part. When you find a word you do not know, do not run straight to the dictionary. First, try to guess the meaning from the sentence around it. This trains your brain to understand English the way native speakers understand it, from context, not from a translated list. Picture this scene. You are on your lunch break at work, somewhere in France or the Netherlands or Sweden. Instead of scrolling your phone in your own language for 15 minutes, you read one short English article about something you actually care about. Football, cooking, technology. It does not matter what, as long as it interests you. This one small daily habit does 2 things at once. It quietly grows your vocabulary, word by word, without you sitting down to memorize lists. And it shows you how real sentences are built, how English speakers actually connect their ideas, not the textbook version, the real version. 1 page, 1 article, 1 coffee break. That is all this habit asks from you. Point 5. Speak daily and give yourself 66 days. Habit number 5 is the simplest to say and the hardest to actually do. Speak English out loud every single day, even if it is just for 5 or 10 minutes. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Record a voice memo about your day and listen back to it. Find a language partner on an app and have a short call during your lunch break. It does not matter who is listening. What matters is that your mouth, not just your brain, gets daily practice forming English sounds. Remember Anna from the beginning of this video? Her 1-second freeze was not a knowledge problem. It was because her mouth simply was not used to producing English quickly. Speaking is a physical skill, almost like playing an instrument. You cannot get good at the piano by only reading music theory. And you cannot get fluent by only studying grammar. Now here comes the fact I promised you earlier. Remember that study about habits taking 66 days on average, not 21. The researchers found something else too, something that I think you really need to hear today. Missing one single day did not stop people from building the habit. One missed day does not break anything. So, if you speak English today and tomorrow and then you miss a day because life happens, that is completely fine. Do not quit, just come back the next day. Fluency is not built by being perfect every day. It is built by showing up most days for around 2 months, until it starts to feel automatic. That is the real secret, not perfection. Just showing up again and again until English stops feeling like a subject you study and starts feeling like a part of who you are. Let us quickly go through what we covered today, because I want you to leave this video with a clear plan, not just a nice feeling. Habit 1. Think out loud in English about small everyday things, so your brain stops translating and starts thinking directly in English. Habit 2. Shadow real English audio for 10 to 15 minutes a day so your pronunciation and rhythm start to sound natural, not robotic. Habit 3. Write 5 to 10 honest sentences about your day every evening so you notice exactly what you still need to learn. Habit 4. Read one small piece of real English every day, guessing meaning from context first so your vocabulary grows quietly in the background. Habit 5. Speak out loud every single day, even for a few minutes, because fluency lives in your mouth, not just in your memory. And remember the number that matters most today. 66 days, not 21, 66. And missing one day along the way will not ruin anything. So be patient with yourself. You are not behind. You are exactly on schedule. I am so proud of you for staying until the end of this video. That itself is a habit. Showing up. And you just did it. Now tell me something in the comments. Which one of these 5 habits are you going to start today? Is it the shadowing? The 5 sentences before bed? Talking to yourself in the kitchen? Tell me. I actually read every comment, and I would love to know. If this video helped you even a little bit, hit subscribe, because Spark and Speak posts new episodes to help you sound like a real, confident English speaker, one small habit at a time. And next time, we're going to talk about something that trips up almost every European English learner without them even noticing it, a tiny mistake that instantly tells people English is not your first language. Once you fix it, people are going to be surprised at how natural you sound. You do not want to miss that one. Until then, keep showing up. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.